I. Oh my God. What terrifying love. Deform Buddha. May 10, 2006. Someone captured a free-flying bird, confined it in a cage to admire, and shamelessly declared, "I love birds." Someone prevented their 8 or 9-year-old child from dressing themselves or playing outdoors, instead forcing them to study incessantly and suppressing their innate nature, yet solemnly and proudly claimed, "I love my child." Someone obstructed their divorced mother from remarrying, self-righteously asserting, "I love my mother." Someone monitored their spouse's every move, flying into a rage at any interaction with the opposite sex, creating chaos at home, disturbing the neighbors and exhausting their loved ones, yet shouted with all their might, "I love him or her." Someone discovered their partner's infidelity and responded with violence and threats, yet swore with conviction, "I love you." Someone stole public assets to embellish their home and felt no shame in proclaiming, "I love my family." Someone adorned their home to be lavish and spotless but swept their trash outside without a hint of guilt, proudly claiming, "I love cleanliness." Someone invaded another country, committing arson, robbery, and murder, yet shamelessly declared, "I love my homeland." Someone recklessly destroyed natural resources while brazenly professing, "I love the people of my hometown. I love the masses." Someone enclosed themselves in a narrow religious bubble, preventing their followers from embracing new ideas and perspectives, yet shamelessly announced, "I love you all." Someone persecuted dissenters and boldly declared, "I love my party. I love my faith." Someone wielded bayonets and embraced atomic bombs with reckless abandon, proclaiming, "I love life. I love peace." A wolf killed a lamb to feed its cubs, its mouth dripping with blood, and proudly declared to the entire forest, "I love my children." Someone indiscriminately dumped trash everywhere, unfazed and unashamed, yet declared, "I love nature." Someone bullied kind and honest people while fervently swearing, "I love God." Oh my God. What terrifying love. 不要以爱的名义对他人进行精神和心灵的控制。Do not use love as a justification for spiritual and soul control. Jiefeng. November 24, 2009. Great love is like a mountain, silent and steadfast. The greatest Creator's love for us is unwavering and eternal, never expressed in human language. If love comes with conditions, if it needs words to be expressed, or if it demands reciprocation, then it is not great love, it is small love. How many loves drift by like passing clouds, ever-changing in form? How many loves are fleeting encounters, shifting with the seasons? How many loves begin with solemn vows but wither into lifeless silence? How many loves start with fiery passion, only to decay into stench and rot? Such love is not true love. It is love born of selfish desire. Love that comes with conditions ceases to be love. It becomes a tool for binding and strangling the other under the guise of love. True love is the harmonious dance of two hearts in sync. If you make the other person feel guilty or indebted in the name of love, then you are using love as a means of spiritual and emotional control. True love does not require enticements, promises, guarantees, or obligations. It is entirely voluntary, like the spontaneous collision of clouds charged with opposite energies, the natural merging of two rivers, or the seamless blending of milk and water. Love that relies on money, possessions, power, status, beauty, youth, or any other external factor is selfish scheming, not true love. True love fully respects the other's freedom. If love restricts or robs someone of their freedom, it is not love. It is deception, exploitation, and control masquerading as love, inflicting spiritual and emotional torment. The following behaviors illustrate how love can be misused to exert spiritual and emotional control over others. Emotional manipulation through words and promises. Statements like, "I will love you forever. Without you, I can't live. Apart from you, I will never be with anyone else. I am willing to die for you and dedicate everything to you. In this life, I will never pursue anyone else but you. You are my everything. Remember my words and vows. My love for you is sacred and must not be tainted or desecrated. I love you so deeply that without your love, life is meaningless to me. I'd rather die." Such declarations are not expressions of true love. They are cunning manipulations disguised as love, often the most selfish and ruthless kind. Control through overbearing care. Constantly showering the other with gifts, creating favorable conditions, speaking sweet words, and offering meticulous care can turn into a form of control. This imposes invisible pressure, making the other feel indebted and ultimately aiming to bind them to your will. Emotional blackmail through extreme reactions. When dissatisfied with the other's words or actions, pretending to be deeply hurt, despondent, crying, or engaging in extreme behaviors like threatening self-harm are all tactics of spiritual and emotional control. These behaviors aim to tighten your grip on the other person. Unrealistic promises of responsibility and protection. Statements like, "I will ensure your happiness for a lifetime. I will take full responsibility for you. As long as you stay faithful, I will protect you. My life is dedicated to you." Such promises are reckless and irresponsible. As humans, we cannot even predict tomorrow, let alone guarantee someone else's lifelong happiness or shoulder their responsibilities. Let birds fly freely and flowers bloom naturally. There is no need to create golden cages for birds or transplant flowers from the earth into your bedroom for careful tending. This world will keep turning, and flowers will continue to bloom, whether anyone stays or leaves. When one door closes, 9 others open. No one is indispensable, and life often becomes more joyful and free after separation. Therefore, Chanyuan Celestials must stop using cunning schemes to exert spiritual and emotional control over others. Adapt to circumstances, flow with destiny, act in harmony with your nature, and live spontaneously. This applies to life, work, and love. Any attempt to scheme or perpetually possess love is the behavior of a demon and a desecration of love. No matter the reason or form, no matter how great or extraordinary we believe ourselves to be, even if we consider ourselves saviors, we must never impose spiritual and emotional control over others. 树立为家员工师们服务之心. Cultivate a heart to serve the meritorious contributors of the home. Jiefeng. September 27, 2009. Dear brothers, sisters, relatives, and lovers of our home, we are blessed to have this warm and welcoming home thanks to 2 key factors: the grace of ancestral Buddha, the greatest creator, and the contributions of everyone involved, especially the selfless dedication of the meritorious contributors of our home. We express our gratitude to ancestral Buddha, the greatest creator, and extend heartfelt thanks to the meritorious contributors. Day after day, these contributors have devoted their precious youth, invaluable time, and boundless energy selflessly to the construction of our home. They are our role models embodying the spirit of the times. They are the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of today. For many years, these meritorious contributors have followed the guide, clearing obstacles and overcoming countless internal and external challenges. Through their selfless devotion, they have created a spiritual oasis, our second home, amidst the desolate plains of human hearts. We are profoundly grateful to you, our meritorious contributors. I, Jiefeng, bow to you and thank you for your tremendous contributions to humanity. As the saying goes, when drinking water, never forget the one who dug the well. We must always remember the meritorious contributors. As our home moves toward greater prosperity, we must never forget them. Serving these contributors is not only a form of virtuous work, but also a means of accumulating wealth for our journey to the heavenly kingdom. It is a mark of our moral integrity as members of Life Chanyuan. As long as we have even one meal left, we must first offer it to the meritorious contributors. Those who have given should receive. Those who have given much should receive much. This reflects the fairness of the heavenly way and showcases the nobility of our character. Let us cultivate a heart to serve the meritorious contributors of our home, alleviating their worries and ensuring that those who give will gain while those who do not give will not gain. This is the essence of the second home and will define the era of Life Chanyuan. If we act in this way, the ultimate beneficiaries will be ourselves. 爱的警示. A warning about love. Jiefeng. November 24, 2009. Love has its own frequency. Only love of the same frequency can resonate. Love must be sought with love. A loveless heart cannot find love. Money is not love. You cannot find love with money. Power is not love. You cannot find love with power. Fame is not love. You cannot find love with fame. Beauty is not love. You cannot find love with beauty. Houses, cars, and gardens are not love. You cannot find love with houses, cars, or gardens. Love is a free blossom. Care is not love. Management is not love. Love does not need management. Prevention is not love. Love does not need to be guarded against. Promises are not love. Love does not need promises. Oaths and pledges are not love. Love does not need solemn vows. Oaths and pledges are not love. Love does not need solemn vows. Monitoring is not love. Love cannot be monitored. Control is not love. Love cannot be controlled. Love is not sex. Sex cannot control love. To obtain love, you must first understand love. Then seek love and protect love with love. If you do not understand love, if you lack a selfless heart of love, you will never find love or receive love. Love is natural and genuine. It cannot be faked or fabricated. It cannot be bound by laws, rules, or regulations. It cannot be sustained through tears, tantrums, or threats. It cannot be constrained by scolding, violence, or coercion. Attempts to monitor, manage, or control love will only backfire, leaving nothing but lifelong regret. If you desire love, seek it with love, and protect it with love. 天国财宝及其计算法 Heavenly Treasures and How to Calculate. Jiefeng. November 29, 2009. Jesus Christ taught that to enter the kingdom of the greatest Creator, one must accumulate treasures in heaven. So, what treasures belong to heaven? I have shared a universal key to unlock all mysteries: consciousness, structure, and energy. Whether tangible or intangible, all treasures fall under the category of energy. What is energy? Energy is the capacity to form non-material structures and sustain the operation of life and non-living matter. Energy can be classified into three types: material energy, spiritual energy, and soul energy. Material energy includes light, electricity, wind, heat, proteins, chemical reactions, such as those in food nutrition, and various forms of kinetic energy. Spiritual energy refers to elements like friendship, familial love, knowledge, experience, skills, wealth, reputation, status, power, beauty, and other types of potential energy. Soul energy includes faith in the greatest Creator, gods, Buddhas, celestial beings, and the kingdom of heaven, belief in and yearning for a bright future, friendship, romantic and sexual affection, wisdom, truth, kindness, beauty, love, music, dance, poetry, and other forms of artistic beauty. Heavenly treasures primarily pertain to soul energy. Material and spiritual energy are not considered heavenly treasures. How to accumulate heavenly treasures? Revering the greatest Creator, life, and nature, and following the way of the greatest Creator stores treasures in heaven. Selflessly giving love stores treasures in heaven. Resolving grievances and hatred, bringing peace, harmony, and warmth to others in society stores treasures in heaven. Harboring kind thoughts and performing good deeds stores treasures in heaven. Praising the greatest Creator and the sages and saints of various traditions, such as Jesus Christ, Buddha Sakyamuni, Laozi, and Prophet Muhammad. Celebrating life, living, others, and protecting nature stores treasures in heaven. Instilling confidence in life, inspiring hope for a better future, and alleviating anxiety, sorrow, fear, and worry in others is storing treasures in heaven. Offering pure, beautiful romantic and sexual love that causes no harm to others' mind, spirit, or body stores treasures in heaven. Fully showcasing your artistic beauty stores treasures in heaven. Actions that deplete heavenly treasures. Blaspheming the greatest Creator or insulting gods, Buddhas, celestial beings, saints, and sages. Harming and abusing life. Destroying nature. Harboring hatred, jealousy, complaints, and blame. Engaging in disputes, arguments, fights, competitions, or seizing and plundering others' energy. Creating fear, panic, and deceit. Causing pain, anxiety, trouble, and misfortune for others. Threatening or controlling others physically, spiritually, or emotionally. Suppressing human nature. How to calculate the accumulation of heavenly treasures. Heavenly treasures are not easy to measure precisely. While we can calculate how much money we have in a bank, it's hard to measure how much treasure we've stored in heaven. To estimate, compare the 8 ways to accumulate treasures in heaven against the 8 ways they can be depleted. Subtracting the losses from the gains gives an approximate heavenly treasure balance. Here's a simpler analogy. When you visit a friend's home, how long you can stay and the warmth of their hospitality depends on the strength of your relationship and what you've contributed to their life. This reflects the treasure you've stored with them. As a member of Life Echanuan, you can similarly assess how much treasure you've accumulated in this spiritual home. This assessment helps you see if you're ready to enter Life Echanuan's second home or the utopian paradise. If your accumulation is sufficient, you can enter any time. If it's insufficient, you'll need to continue building treasures here. Once you've entered, if you stop accumulating and start depleting your treasures, the day you exhaust your accumulated treasures will be the day you must leave the second home and utopian paradise. The accumulation of heavenly treasures, their calculation, your qualifications for entering heaven, and how long you can stay there can all be understood through these examples. The above primarily answers questions raised by Wanmin Celestial. 做人自然最为美. Being natural is the most beautiful way to be human. Jiefeng. April 11, 2010. The way of the greatest creator is the way of nature. When people emulate nature, follow its course, embrace it and love it, they naturally walk in the way of the greatest creator. Anything deceitful, contrived, excessively artificial, restrictive, or that violates one's innate nature deviates from his way. Look at the natural world. It is so orderly and harmonious. Flowers bloom naturally whether admired or not, whether growing in bustling gardens or desolate wilderness. They bloom as they are without complaint or regret. They do not feel ashamed if no one appreciates them, nor do they resent harsh environments, poor soil, or the brilliance of other flowers. Flowers neither envy nor hate, they simply are. Flowers are Buddhas, the spirits of the greatest creator. Humans should learn from flowers and from nature. What can we learn from flowers and nature? Learn to bloom freely. Whether you are a peony or a wildflower, red or white, as long as you bloom fully in accordance with your nature, you will live without regret. That is to be a Buddha, an angel. There's no need to compare, resent, envy, or blame yourself. Learn to be unique. Every being has its own destiny and value within nature's embrace. The greatest creator has endowed each with distinct traits and a unique path. There is no need to imitate others or mimic their ways. Be true to your unique existence. Grow and fade with the flow of nature, without forcing anything. Learn to be independent. While all things in nature are interconnected, they are also independent. Unlike human society, which often emphasizes relationships, everything in nature thrives on its own vitality, nurtured by the radiance of the sun and moon, and the spirit of heaven and earth. Nature's creations never expend effort to forge connections. They live simply, purely, and happily. Learn to coexist harmoniously. Grass, flowers, trees, mountains, rivers, and stars all coexist harmoniously, regardless of their placement or the challenges they face. They do not bully or oppress one another. Each grows freely without grievance, embracing its circumstances with joy and serenity. Learn to embrace humility. Humans often seek recognition, respect, admiration, and praise, but flowers and other creations in nature never concern themselves with how others perceive them. Even when growing alone, they thrive joyfully and contentedly. They embrace solitude and never act based on others' approval, living freely and unrestrained. Learn to be honest and transparent. While humans can be insincere, hiding their true intentions, nature is candid, sincere, and transparently honest. Its beauty is unreserved and completely genuine. Even animals, when mating, follow principles of mutual consent, never forcing their will upon others. Learn to live in the moment. Humans often dwell in anxiety about the future, burdened by worries and endless preparations. Yet most of nature's creations never concern themselves with tomorrow. They immerse themselves in the present moment, fully enjoying their time. A state of oneness with the Tao that we should aspire to. Learn to give selflessly. Look at the grass. So long as there is water and sunlight, it unfurls its green leaves, embellishing nature with its humble presence. Look at the wildflowers, they bloom beautifully, swaying gracefully, and spreading their fragrance to the world. Birds, after satisfying their hunger, do not hoard but sing and dance in the forest, composing divine symphonies. Nature's creations live without greed or complaints. They never lament misfortune, blame their destiny, or grumble about unfairness. They demand nothing from others and never curse the heavens or the earth for their plight. They give selflessly, expecting nothing in return. Such magnanimity is a lesson for us all. Humans must learn from nature. The teachings of Christ, Buddha, and celestial beings all echo this truth. Being natural is the most beautiful way to live. Deceit and pretense are truly ugly. 新思维变异种瓜不得瓜. New thinking mutation. When you sow melons but reap beans. Jiefeng. April 20th, 2010. Sow melons, reap melons. Sow beans, reap beans is a foundational principle in both Buddhist philosophy and ethical jurisprudence. The way of the greatest creator is the